On today's show, Pikachu's back with big news, also a spooky train story. This is Vulo Lives.
Darkness spreads from shore to shore. Now it knocks upon your door. Will you open? Will you see the cat girl's face looking back at thee?
Hello, I'm Vulo the Face Borrower, here with a very special returning guest who, I'm told, has some very exciting news to share. Pikachu, thanks for being on the show. Glad to be back. I'm married. I'm a married guy. Incredible. Usually you're a divorced guy, but now you're married and not divorced at all. I used to live divorced to divorce, but now I'm married and I wake up every morning loving my wife. That's great. I should say, originally I was going to have Patty Mayonnaise on today's show. Patty was here and everything, but then Pikachu showed up and now I'm interviewing him instead. Because he wouldn't leave the sofa. Hey, it's not every day I get married. It is most days. It's not every day I stay married. Oh, I thought she left. One True Moon says Patty Mayonnaise is still hovering around the studio. Tell her to beat it. This is Pikachu's big day. I'm a lawfully wedded husband now.
Ash is the body freed of sin. Rock is the earth on which the fires must be set. Abandon ye wife to the flame. Abandon ye body to the all-consuming fire.
What was that? That was Patty Mayonnaise. What the hell happened to Patty Mayonnaise? It's complicated. She joined a cult. Hey, me and the wife don't like the C word. Cult? My wife says it's the word of choice for the ignorant and the unenlightened. I guess now's a good time to ask, who's the wife, Pikachu? Supreme Master Ching Hai. The Vietnamese spiritual leader?
A false prophet spreading mischief and lies. The only truth is Rock and Ash.
Hey, that's my wife you're talking about. So, how'd you two meet? You and the Supreme Master? Well, I was walking around downtown, feeling depressed for my latest divorce, and also feeling a little munchy, so I decided to find somewhere to eat. Was your little tummy rumbling? It was, as a matter of fact. Anyway, I saw this restaurant, and the name really spoke to me. Loving Hut. Like Pizza Hut, but for the lover. They should put that on the sign. The moment I walked in, bam, there she was. The most beautiful human woman I had ever seen in my life. Ching Hai herself was in the Loving Hut? No, she was on the TV. They play Supreme Master TV all day in the restaurant. Supreme Master TV. It's my wife's TV network. You can watch it 24 hours a day at suprememastertv.com. Or at a Loving Hut. I should state for the record that this episode is definitely not sponsored by Supreme Master TV.
24 hours of lies and filth from the mouth of a filthy liar.
You get down here and say that to my face, alright? No one insults Pikachu's wife. So you saw Ching Hai on the TV, but how did you actually meet? I found out from the waiter at the Loving Hut that she lives in Taiwan now, so I hopped on a flight, showed up at her compound, and from there, loved it, it's work. Well, I'm very happy for you. I hope this one lasts. And you don't get divorced again. Divorce is the old me. Having a wife and not divorcing her is the new me.
Your wife's flesh, her sinews, her blood, her putrid fat and muscle. All is weakness, all is decay. All must be shed to achieve purity.
Patty, you no good scamp. I'm gonna thunder punch you to kingdom come if you say one more word about my wife.
Demeritorious.
Is that about my wife? We should take a quick break and hear from our sponsor this week, and see if we can exorcise Patty Mayonnaise from the building. eat more salad. Or get a snail. Not sure which. I want to talk more about my wife. Alright. Tell me, have you become a disciple of your wife's religious teachings? Of course, I gotta support my wife. I love my human wife. What are those teachings exactly? It's called the Kuan Yin method. 2.5 hours of meditation a day and 5 rules to live by. Just 5, huh? That can't be too hard. Rule number 1. Don't kill anything. Dang, no killing at all? Alright. Is that a problem for you? What's the second rule? Don't tell any lies. I can probably do that one. What's the third? Do not steal. Are you listening? Whoever keeps stealing my Quisp cereal? You should look into the Kuan Yin method. The method can help anyone achieve sainthood. Give it a shot.
False rules from a false prophet.
I only got so much patience, Patty. What's the fourth rule? If you cheat on your husband, don't let him know about it. Sorry, that's a whole rule? A whole 1 in 5? That's what she told me. Alright, what's the last rule? Don't drink alcohol or read scary books. The 2 deadliest sins. And that's about it. So what's the method part of the Kuan Yin method? Well, she says it's not really a method. The Kuan Yin method isn't a method? Yeah, also it can't be described in words. It's more of a vibe. Well, that all sounds great. So, given all this, what does the future look like for Pikachu? Honestly, I just plan to keep being a cute little Pikachu husband to my beautiful human wife. Any chance you'll team up with Ash again? He's off doing his E-Boy TikTok stuff. We're in different worlds now. I'm a family Pikachu. I've settled down. Oh yeah, how's Misty? You hear from Misty? You know what? It's the damnedest thing. Apparently she's been missing for 2 years and nobody told me. Oh no! That makes both Misty and Sonic the Hedgehog who have gone mysteriously missing. Sonic? He's just walking around your house. I saw him when I got here. Is he? Oh. Anyway, everyone must be pretty worried about Misty, huh? Last I had heard, she was living with Professor Ivy and had joined some roller derby league. I thought, great, that's much better than all that spooky necromancy stuff she had been up to. Necromancy? She got really into the occult, found some old book, became convinced she could reverse the process of death. She should get in contact with Lucy from Peanuts. She's had great success in that arena.
Death frees us, the flesh is a prison, become the ashes of your salvation.
So anyway, Misty. Last time I talked to her, I said, Misty, I said I'm not coming over anymore. You got human bones all over the floor. I get bone splinters in my cute little Pikachu feet every time I visit. Enough is enough. And you were right to say it. You should always properly catalog and store your bones. I thought she was done with all that nonsense, but from what I heard from Professor Ivy, apparently not. And now she's missing. If anyone watching has any information at all about the disappearance of dark arts practitioner and Pokemon trainer Misty, please don't go to the police. Never go to the cops. Instead, leave a comment here and I'll make sure it gets to Pikachu. I'm not really heading any sort of search party. Alright, I'll let the one true moon know. I'm sure they'll know exactly what to do. Yeah, tell the moon. That'll do it. Well, it was a pleasure as always to have you on, Pikachu. Even if you weren't invited. Anytime. I love talking about my wife. Stay tuned, everyone. Coming up next is a spooky story from our spooky story correspondent, Relno the Story Keeper.
The Supreme Master is a supreme disaster.
Alright, that's it. I'm coming up there. Getting my little lightning cheeks warmed up and I'm heading over.
Well, friends, I am Relno the Story Keeper, here with a frightful tale to chill your bones. This is the train on the second track. It was the 1970s, Chile. Salvador Allende had just become the country's 56th president. Allende, a socialist, was not interested in violent revolution as a means of transforming his country. He instead believed that a transition from capitalism to socialism could be achieved peacefully. Under his watch, the government nationalized various factories owned by foreign capitalists and redistributed the profits to the Chilean workers. Unemployment was down, housing was becoming more affordable, things seemed to be going well. But all the while, a train had been chugging along in forgotten secret tunnels, circling Allende and getting ready to switch to the second track. This secretive, conniving train was Henry Kissinger, and the second track was the CIA.
You see, United States President Richard Nixon simply could not let a socialist run a foreign country. Running foreign countries was America's job. So he gave Secretary of State Henry Kissinger the task of overthrowing Allende using absolutely any means necessary. Kissinger developed 2 tracks for removing the democratically elected leader. Track 1 involved secretly convincing the Chilean Congress to overturn the election results. When that failed, he moved to track 2, the CIA. The operation began with René Schneider, the commander of the Chilean army. Schneider, a constitutionalist, would never have supported a coup against a legally elected president. So the CIA sent $50,000 and a bunch of guns to some disgruntled generals, and Schneider was promptly murdered. This paved the way for CIA-backed Augusto Pinochet to violently overthrow Allende's government and install himself as a fascist dictator, a position he held for 17 years. Thousands were tortured and murdered under his rule, including more than 100 civilians who were simply thrown out of helicopters into the ocean as a form of execution. By the time of Pinochet's death in 2006, he had more than 300 criminal charges pending against him in Chile for human rights violations. As for the train, they say if you put your ear to the ground, you can still hear it chugging along. That's all for now. I'm Relno the Story Keeper, reminding you to stay spooky.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's for the best. Divorced again.